Hey, Draymond, does it matter that a lot of fans think you should have been penalized more harshly?
Quite frankly, I don't think that's everyone's business. The conversations that I've had with people in this organization, with my teammates, the conversation that other people has had with my teammates, the conversations that teammates has had amongst each other, those are the conversations that matter. And ultimately, if we all have conversations and we decide that we think that's best, then at the end of the day, that's what matters, not what someone else's opinion is at the end of the day. You know, it's about what we feel in this organization is best together, not what someone else thinks. I'm pretty certain Jordan had input, Steph had input, Looney had input, Andre had input, Clay had input. And ultimately, you come to what you think the best decision is and taking all of that into account. And you know, we've all had those conversations. So if I'm being quite honest, I don't really care what other people think. I don't wake up and come to practice with other people. I don't go to bed at night wondering what the hell the people who think it should be longer is doing, or longer, or whatever someone may think. That's really not quite my worry or care. My care is what guys in this locker room think, what people in this organization think. Outside of that, I can really care less what someone has to say.
I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but here's my thing.
It's about his family.
But hold on a minute. On balance, wouldn't you prefer people like you?
Well, that's why you do your podcast, right? So that's already, you know what I mean? You really do care. Because you're a good dude when you do your podcast,
wonder if he does.
And you care about you care about the medium to where you dub it the new media. You want to be like, it's natural.
Well,
there's nothing wrong with that.
If he truly wants to be liked, he would change his behavior.
I think
that's the way I look at it.
I want to say now that the dust is settled, he's kind of embarrassed about his behavior. But hearing that soundbite,
yeah.
He's not.
I thought you were going to say he looks like, no.
Right. But Stein, I love what he said about all I care, my teammates, and, well, when you do something
he
like
really cared about Jordan Poole a week ago.
Man. And how could you say you love him?
Dre's got a player option at the end of the year. Where you going when it comes to contract situation, D?
I don't like to let contract drama linger, especially when it's involving me. Quite frankly, what other people do with their contracts, or if you're going to let a contract situation linger, then you better be damn sure that you're willing to handle all the effects of a contract lingering that it can have on the team. And quite frankly, everybody don't do that. We've seen LeBron James have contract situations. We've seen Steph Curry have contract situation, and they handle it, and they handle it the way it's supposed to be handled. Can't say that for everyone. And so if you're going to let a contract situation linger, you better be ready to deal with what comes with that every single day and the effects that it can have from a day-to-day situation. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And quite frankly, I'm not willing to deal with that every day. So my contract is what it is. I have 2 years left on my deal, including this year. And I am a Golden State Warrior trying to win another championship in this organization. That's what it is for me. That's not something that I'm going to harp on all year.
What do you think he meant? What was he talking about?
Well,
contract. What did you hear?
That his future in flux or not knowing the uncertainty could bother him on a daily basis, or a weaker-minded player. Right. We get that. But what if you sucker punch, or you get sucker punched by your teammate, the leader of the team, and you got to see him? If you're telling me the contract can put you through that ringer, what can that do? And I think that's the washing machine that you and other people are talking about, that maybe, you could say you're trying to come back from as a whole, but you can't. If you're telling me, Draymond, the great Draymond Green, Thor, the junkyard dog, that your contract and your future can send you through that, what about this? So now I'm looking at you like you called it. Well, this is huger than I think it is, than them just saying, we can move on.
Well, I think part of this has to do with Durant and how his contract lingering, because Kevin Durant only took 1-year deals, messed up that last year. Once again, to me, what he's saying is KD's contract, you better be ready every day. You better be ready every day to deal with it. And then what ends up happening is Draymond takes it upon himself to get into it with Kevin Durant. And like Draymond was part of the reason that season got messed up. But the way he's remembered it now, it feels like he's blaming it all on Durant. Let me throw a theory at you.
Yeah.
and I'll admit this is
a theory.
Yeah, it's like it might even be a little bit of a stretch.
Brandon Belt,
not bad. I would have said Willie McCoy. So what if? Okay, so Draymond Green asked for an extension, and they said bricks.
Right.
All right, and then here comes Jordan Poole, and he's looking for an extension, and maybe, just maybe, Poole's like, whatever. Tyler Hero, I'm better than Tyler Hero. If he's getting 115 or 120, I need 150. And the Warriors may be saying that's a little too steep. And maybe Poole's saying, you know what? Then I'm not going to sign, and I'll be happy to go into restricted free agency. Well, then that would be Poole entering this year with a cloud over his contract. So what I thought was, I wonder if they know Poole's not going to take that contract, that he's not going to sign right now, and Draymond's telling a cautionary tale of, hey, you're going to do that, you better be ready. Poole, you better be ready to deal with it every single day.
That's wow.
Maybe. And that can mess up a season.
Okay. I'm going to take it one step further. No, that was your theory. I got one, too.
I'm not saying
that was great. No. But I never looked at it like that, because I was looking at, I was telling UW, our guy Craig, I was telling him that I wonder, because when this first jumped off, was Draymond looking at Poole in any type of way, just like the chessboard, that he was in his way, and what he did was determined on his future. And maybe that's what went into that punch. But now that you say that, it could be that, Steiny. But what about this part? What about the fact that I know all Warrior fans, and I'm one of them, I think Jordan Poole is a 1 or a 2 in this league, Steiny. I forgot to get it Dibs today and John Dickinson, because I think it was Dibs the other day that compared Poole to, what's my guy on the Hornets? He's now on the Knicks.
Kemba Walker.
Oh, my God.
He's just waved.
Yeah, what's he just
He's doing nothing.
I think that's the insult to Jordan
Should the Warriors
Poole.
go out and get Kemba Walker?
No, not at all. He's better than that. I think his future's better than that. My thing was, man, if Jordan signs this 115 to 120 or whatever it is, I got to give the youngster credit for knowing he'll be third or fourth fiddle. Just that, and that may not mean nothing to him, but to me, it means everything. Because when we went out there, there's a shark in those eyes when we looked at him. Like he could go somewhere. He's got his hardware. He could go to SAC. He could go somewhere else. And I feel like the Jordan Poole I know, where, hey, let me get 25 to 30 shots a night. I don't care where we end up. I'm not calling them a non-winner. That's a young Kobe to me. That's what is going to entice Jordan Poole. So now that you have that theory, that would be like Jordan said, I'm going to test it. I ain't just coming back to come off the bench. That may not, because that was my initial theory, was he ain't trying to bat 6th or 7th when he thinks he should bat 3 or 4. So it'll be interesting this week to find if Jordan is going to put his John Hancock on that. And it could be offered, and he can do what you just said. And I could be totally wrong. But now Dre could have swung again, now going Dr. Phil, because he don't want to be, he knows I ain't taking nothing right now. I'm cool.
Maybe.